I'm Matt Zupanc with a CSM Sports Update. The opening ceremonies for the Winter Games are underway in Sochi. Haley Wickenheiser is the flag bearer for Canada. The Maple Leafs down the Lightning 4-1 in Tampa Bay. James Van Riemsdyk scored his 23rd of the year in the win. Phil Kessel had 2 assists for Toronto. Jonathan Bernier made 33 saves in the victory. Here's coach Randy Carlyle.
You don't have goaltending. You don't have a starting point in the NHL.
The Maple Leafs host the Canucks on Saturday to wrap up their pre-Olympic schedule. The Lightning, Steven Stamkos, announced that he will not be ready to play in Sochi for Team Canada. Taking his place on the roster is teammate Martin St. Louis. The Habs crushed the Canucks 5-2 at the Bell Center. Max Pacioretty had a hat-trick for Montreal. Pacioretty also became the first player in NHL history to have 2 unsuccessful penalty shots in the same period. Carey Price stopped 42 pucks in the win. The Senators welcome the Sabres to Canada, tied at 2 late in the game.
Back to Spezza. Spezza trying to find some magic. Scores!
Pollock finished with 2 goals on the night. Draw 17 of the Scotties. Rachel Homan's Team Canada hopes to stay perfect. Homan leaves New Brunswick's Andrea Crawford 4-2 after 7 ends. Homan's rink is locked into the 1-2-page playoff game tonight. Saskatchewan leads Yukon 5-3 after 7 ends. Nova Scotia's up 6-3 on Ontario's Allison Flaxey. Manitoba and PI are tied at 3 after 7. AT&T Pebble Beach Pro-Am Andrew Loop has a 2-shot lead after posting an 8-under 63 in round 1. Top Canadian is Mike Weir. He is 1 under. The streak continues for the Toronto Maple Leafs, and not in a good way. Toronto lost its 8th straight, getting edged 4-2 by the Red Wings at the ACC. This is the first time the Leafs have lost 8 in a row in regulation since 1996. Here's Dion Phaneuf.
It's a very tough time.
The story of the night was Detroit's Darren Helm. Helm finished with a hat-trick in the win. Joffrey Lupul and Cody Franzen each had a goal for Toronto. Lupul afterwards.
It's tough to sit around every night and hope for other teams to keep losing because
the Maple Leafs now trail Detroit and Columbus by 2 points for the 2 wildcard spots in the East. Toronto is tied with Washington with 80 points. The Wings, Jackets, and Capitals each have 2 games in hand on Toronto. From Toronto, Matt Zupanc, CSM. After sailing through his first match against Denmark, ultimately winning 6-3, Kevin Koe's Team Canada rink split his matches on Sunday at the Men's World Curling Championships in China. In the early draw, Koe dropped a 9-6 decision to Team Japan. Later in the day, he defeated China 9-6. Through 5 draws, Canada is tied for third with a trio of teams, Japan, Sweden, and Switzerland, with a 2-1 record. Teams Norway and Germany lead the way with perfect 3-0 records. On Monday, Canada plays a pair of 1 and 2 teams, Russia and Czech Republic. I'm Matt Zupanc alongside Jason Capel, James Jankola, David Sachs behind the glass. This is CSM Sports Wrap, and well, March Madness NCAA tournament gets underway very shortly. But first, there's a lot of madness in Toronto Maple Leaf land. It's tough to go into the words of this because Randy Carlyle is a guy that's going to say it the way it is, and that's just the way he is. I think every fan would love to see it because it hasn't happened in so long. Montreal, Toronto in a playoff series. Nonetheless, Maple Leafs in the playoff race coming up. Are the Raptors a threat in the Eastern Conference? Impressed are you with Kyle Lowry and even Amir Johnson this year? And one more guy I do want to touch on, and he's had I guess you could say, a successful year. He could be better. He could be worse. Terrence Ross, is he in the future of the Raptors' plans? Comes down to one weekend, one serve, one volley. The Davis Cup Finals between the Czechs and Serbians begin November 15th on CSM Radio.